Hang on. Let me see. Did you get a notice? Oh, here it goes. Okay, so we're online on all five. Welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube. We got our beloved sister Merita's in the house. This is probably the 6th or 7th time, 8th time, 9th time that we've done a collaboration, and we'll do many more. But for right now, I'm going to play the intro and let people come in and fix a couple things over here. Be right back in a minute, 19 seconds. Welcome, everybody. I forgot I'm moving a little slow today. But I wanted to make an announcement. I'm going to be putting some posts up and some information up about the 2020 Transformational Shift Conference. It's in Sedona from September 25th, 26th, and 27th. Put on by my good friend Tolik of the Andromeda Galactic Council. I'm going to be speaking there and filming and performing, and there's a whole bunch of presenters. Wopila is a special gathering of spiritual friends and family. You can get your tickets at transformationalshiftevents.com. I got a lot of friends going, about 12 of them already, so, and some coming from other states. So I just wanted to mention that because, I'm going to be there. We're going to try to make something happen. We got Merita in the house, and who knows what's going to happen, because since the first time she came on, she keeps changing like a shapeshifter.
Really?
Well, yeah. When I met you, you're living in Israel. You just come out for the first time. You're doing the rose paintings, and you were like, you told your story. You were, amazing story. 20 years, she left Portugal, went to Israel, doing grid work with these people. Nobody knows about them. All these things are happening. She doesn't know how she's surviving. The typical light worker, particular divine feminine story, the ones that have been doing this 15, 20 years, 20 plus years for you. Mm-hmm. And so, and then you just kind of went through this metamorphosis like everybody. You end up back in Portugal. You're always smiling. I think you got at least 2, maybe 3 boyfriends. I don't know what the deal is, because you're always glowing now.
Do you have to glow because you have boyfriends? No.
I'm kidding.
No.
If you have boyfriends, you're probably meeting them in that dome that you're creating in your house every night. But one of the reasons that we're getting together, we do anyway pretty regularly, like 3 or 4 times a year, is she's part of the Cosmic women's group, ladies group, and fascinating. If you guys haven't seen the 2 shows that they've done, they're going to be coming on at least once a month as we get going here. Very powerful. But one of the things that she started to tell us about what she's doing is that she is co-creating a dome, in an interdimensional dome in your portal. And so we're going to talk about that and some other things today. And by the way, thank you, Parama, right? Anyone that has a suggestion for anyone that wants to be interviewed, or you think we should interview, we're getting way too many. But you can send them all to soulogynetwork@gmail.com, because we were trying to put them all in one place, and we'll get to them as quick as we can. Thank you for that. So Merita, can you tell us about, welcome back, by the way, and thank you for coming in and honoring us with your presence again. You look fantastic.
Yeah.
You really do. You really
Uh,
do.
Listen, it's like I've been very quiet. I don't post much apart from my paintings. And so much is happening lately that my guidance said, okay, you've got to come out with what you have and start talking about it. So I got the message, talk to Todd, go on again. I haven't been for a year, I think. With
Really?
the Cosmic Ladies, yes, but not on my own. And so I got in touch with you, and here I am because I'm going through a very big transition. I'm leaving something behind, all the mission I had in Israel, and coming to another country suddenly with nothing. I left everything behind. I didn't know I was coming really. I had a feeling, but I came just a couple of weeks before the shutdown. So when I found myself in Portugal and everything was closed, no flights, nothing, I just laughed. Said, okay, this is it. I'm here with one suitcase and nothing else, and everything started to roll. It was very quick. I met a lot of people, amazing soul families of every kind. And about a month ago, I I was half awake in the morning, and I had a vision. I was shown something that I know about in Lemuria. Lemuria. There is a rejuvenation. There was a rejuvenation chamber,
Mm.
temple in Lemuria. I was shown the place. I was in it, experiencing it, and it was like a remembrance. So it looked like a dome, an inverted dome, and I felt everything going inside. You know, what was happening, what happens when people go in and when they go out. So that happened twice, day after day. So I said, okay, I remember, and I didn't make much of it. And 2 weeks later, while watching a show, one of Franco de Nicola's programs, he was talking about the difference between manifesting and creating.
Right.
And I know what manifesting is. I do it quite often and it's fun. But he said creation is to bring something that is not known yet.
Yes.
And while I was listening to him, I was drawing. And I didn't pay attention to what was there because I was watching him. And when the show was over, I looked at what I drew, and it was that dome, an inverted dome. Part of it is underground, part of it is above, and and I looked at it and I said, "What is this? It's familiar, but what is it?" So I'm lucky to have friends here that are very sensitive and they see everything. So I asked them, "Can we try it together?" And they agreed, and it was amazing. I am able to create a space. You, Todd, you and Morgan, you go through this all the time. You know,
Mm.
everything comes to you. Galactics, elementals, intraterrestrials. What I can do, apparently, is creating a space that is safe and they can all come and unite with the humans who come in.
Wow.
While they are in, while the person is in, and also groups, I'm already working with groups, they are disconnected from beliefs, patterns, the matrix, you know, and it's amazing what happens in there. And as long as I get something new, right away I try it. I don't keep it in a drawer. I go for it. If I receive something, I try it right away. So this has been amazing because I'm already working with groups. I'm already working with people through, online, and the results are amazing. And it comes to answer a question that I had for a long time. I keep asking Spirit, my guidance, how can we process so much when we are old souls? There must be a way to do this quickly because we are needed here now. And this is the answer that I got. It's very quick. After 3 sessions in the dome, people come out with their new energies, knowing what they want to do, and just working with a different energy. So this is what I wanted to share because I think it's a very important tool. It's totally out there, I know. So only here with you can I talk about these things. But actually, the people I've been meeting here in Portugal, they are open. I'm so surprised. They are open. They come. They want to try. I had a workshop 2 days ago. They came from the north and the south of Portugal.
Wow.
And it was amazing.
Can you do it online?
Yeah, I've been doing it online.
Because you did it in the ladies group. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did it in the ladies group, and one amazing woman connected with me, and she said, as you were doing it, I start feeling places in me that were being worked on.
Wow.
And we start working together. She's really amazing. She lives in England. I have another one in Australia that I start working with, and people here, they just come.
Yeah, somebody in the audience says she's been in the dome with Merita. It was amazing.
That's her, Valerie.
Valerie. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So it's a lot of things though. Then it's a place where any species or any soul or energy can come from any time, line, or dimension and be safe, right? It's like a
Yes, that's
place
what
of
they told
peace.
me.
Yeah, and then it sounds like it's also for healing.
Yes, it's like there are intraterrestrial beings. There are
Interterrestrial.
intraterrestrial beings also. They come from inner cities in the earth. Okay, and
They come from where?
inner cities,
Inner city.
inner centers of energy in the earth.
Okay, so like inner Earth, right?
Yes.
Are they? Are they? I mean, are these names that you've heard of, like Agarthians? Are there some that you haven't heard of, or do they even tell you, or do you even know? I'm just curious.
Yes, I know because the beginning of my journey was here in Portugal, and about 15 years ago, and there's a huge center here, interterrestrial energy center in Portugal. So when I was here, I met people who knew all about it and that work with it. And during a year, I was learning about this center and also about other centers that are mostly in South America. And they all have names. I know the names. So when they come up, they tell me the names. Each one has their own speciality. But this one in Portugal is very active now because it has to do with ascension. So when I connect to this dome, the energies of this center come up, the energies of Gaia. At the surface, we have the teams of dragons, and we have a rainbow team, and there are all the elementals, fairies, unicorns, they all come to play. I have the dolphins with me, the whales, and from above, uh, the galactics come in, some of them, not all of them, mostly from Venus.
Wow. Do you think that those who are showing up have some type of, some type of more kindred link to you?
Which ones? From above, from
Just,
below?
just any of them. I mean, you,
Yes,
you,
because I know them. I've been working with them separately, all these years, and now they're just uniting.
how much have you learned about? And this has happened over the last year, right? This year, right?
Mm, This happened in the last few months.
And that's what I mean. And this year, yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you learned a lot about inner Earth and the inner cities of the inner Earth? Particularly, have you learned what do you know about the Agarthians? Do you know much about them?
No, I just feel them.
Okay,
I don't see them.
so you're
I don't
clairaudient, more. It's more of a clairaudient or clairsentient.
clear
Experience.
sentient. I see energies in colors,
Yeah, where like
and
Gayatri sees visual, right? Like Morgan sees.
Gaia sees more visual. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Agarthians, what's your how many inner cities do you think there are?
Those that I know and they are active with me now, there's 6.
Wow.
But there's more. There's more that are not involved. I just ask who wants to come in this time, and they tell me who.
So
And
have you like when you did this, because I was there when you did this with the Cosmic Ladies group,
yeah,
was that was kind of a short version, wasn't it? I get the feeling. Was that a shorter version of what you normally do? Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. Because I need to guide people into this complex,
Yeah.
and I do it through meditation, but it's more like a creation of a space.
Yeah.
While I guide people, I am creating that space.
Yeah.
And then when the space is created, they start going through the facilitations inside of the space. Now, in the space, the person comes with their soul and their guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not done by beings only. It's with the guidance of the soul and the guardians. They know exactly what to release, and then the new energy is able to come in, and it's so powerful and so beautiful because I work with the divine feminine energy, so the rose energy is there as well. So all this process is very, very loving, and mostly Venus is also very loving energy, is felt.
Venus, you seem to have a pretty strong connection to Venus too, don't you?
I do. Venus is the cosmic rose. It's the cosmic divine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So somebody asked, "Can anybody work with you?" But I'm sure the answer is yes, right?
yes, but what I've been, what I understand is that people who already are working with other people are coming to me. I
Like
have
practitioners, like
no,
energy work.
not exactly. I have people who work with children that are already doing meditations with children in school or bringing yoga to schools.
Yeah.
Another, for example, she's working with the health system in Europe, in the European Union. These are people who, when they get this new energy, they will be able to spread it.
Yeah.
There are also others who will be able to create their own domes all over the world. That's what I see. They'll be able to create their own, and people will come to them. This won't be just my tool or just my creation. This is something that I'm going to be able to spread.
So how many times have you done it online? Or let's put it this way. Let's start this way. How many people have you had in your place physically present? What's the most number of people you've had when you've done one of these?
I had a group of 12 who came.
12?
And yes, and the last workshop I had, we were 7 together with me. These are the groups I've been working with, and they come back to do more work. Usually the minimum is 3 times, because there's a process of clearing and receiving the new energy and knowing what you're going to do with it.
Do they ever come in with, I'm talking about the Agarthans or the Venusians or the elementals or any of the energies, the non-human energies?
Mm-hmm.
Do they ever come in and share, intelligence or information or data, or is it more of a space holding kind of presence?
It's a space holding. I don't see what they do with people. Okay. I am aware of the energies inside this dome. I keep it going. I'm like a space holder there.
Yeah.
But everyone, when they come out, they share what they've been through, what they did, what they saw.
Yeah.
Because it's not my responsibility, really.
Yeah.
I am a facilitator.
And the Agarthians or the Venusians, are they you're the facilitator, but they're space holders? You don't know what they do specifically because it doesn't matter. But do they ever come forth with messages, information? No. And they only come when you call them or when you create it?
Only when I create this.
Okay.
And sometimes, yes, they talk to me about special needs of people. Okay, if I'm working one-to-one, they are able to tell me something, but mostly I'm not interested.
You're right.
Okay, it's like I facilitate something that I've asked for.
Yeah.
Let's get something that it's quick and it's efficient and it's easy.
Yeah.
And it's new. That's what we're talking about, the creation of new in this new energy.
Good question from Ariana. So they come to help facilitate healing in the humans. Do they also come to receive any type of alignment or healing for themselves?
For themselves, I don't know.
Yeah.
I never asked that.
Yeah.
They are facilitating for the humans. They are interested in that we're not so stuck in loops.
Yeah.
Okay. Amanda Lawrence talked about it. She said there will be some of us that will work with energies, and we will help others that are very advanced already in what they do, but they are stuck in loops. She mentioned that in one of her messages, one of the long explanations, and this is what I realized that the dome can do.
Yeah. So and that's actually a very good statement she made. I've always been a big believer in what comes in is first and foremost meant for the person that brings it in. And that's nothing against my friend Amanda. I'm just saying, there are a lot of high vibrational people that have done a lot of inner work and, shadow work, zero pointing, whatever. And we still have blind spots. We still have loops running. We still have unconscious programming. You know,
Yes,
and
yes.
and I think we got to. I think it's a good thing that it's coming out, because I've heard it other places too. That it's almost like there's a pretty good number of people that have got to a certain point. It doesn't mean that they don't have loops or unconscious programming, but they've gotten to a spiritually healthy point or level that that is kind of verifiable. Like it makes them, they're very powerful in what they can do and what they specialize in. Where it used to be that there was so many loops playing that everybody was kind of handicapped, you know. But I think there are people out there that are able to more than function and still be very, very effective and efficient, especially with the work they do, like you're talking about. These people that you're helping, which is the people that are helping other people, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, to me, that's like the we think of technology and you know, spaceships and all that, but I think this is the technology. The technology is what you guys have downloaded, this sacred wisdom, and that's now being shared by people that are at a certain level. Um, you know, it's like a collaboration, and it spreads. It's like energy that spreads.
Yeah. You know what they told me at the beginning is that we're so used to going up in our vibrations to be able to be with them and work with them. And what they're doing now is they're saying, okay, you can create this space. So we come down.
Yeah,
We come down and we can, in this space, work with humans. And and that's amazing
yeah,
because I see you doing that all the time with Morgan. Okay, always you talk about the galactics who show up, the elementals, the interterrestrials. They all come to you. They're able to come to you, and they come in that safe space that both of you create. Now, how can we create a safe space that other people can come and go through a magical process?
yeah.
And uh, and it's truly magical.
So, what do you think would happen if you do it now? Do you need to? Does
Uh,
everyone? I mean, how would that work? Can you do that?
I asked that before I came on, and I said, "What we're going to do?" What they said is, as soon as you start talking about it, we're there.
Okay.
The dome is on. I asked, "Can anybody just feel it?" And they said, "Those who are ready will." So the dome is on. I've been talking about it. It's on. So those who can feel it, those who can sense it, they will. But I'm not going to go through the whole process. It's long.
Yeah.
I don't want to do half of it because then you'll only feel a bit of it.
No, I
I
like what they said. I like what they said, and they're right.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I just came to say, okay, this is it. I'm here. I received this. I'm supposed to share it, and whoever wants, welcome. That is all. You feeling anything?
Yeah. Looks like a big. It looks. I feel like I'm inside of a big teepee, and but there is a. Okay, so there is like a geometric kind of configuration on the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I've seen it before, but I can't figure out where I've seen it before. I can actually see it in my mind's eye, and then I see like a goldish white light, but not like a light you see here on Earth. It's a light I've seen before, gold white light, golden white light. I don't even know if that's the right way to describe it, but yeah,
Everybody sees what they see, what they need to see. I know that there's magenta and rose lights there. There's gold. But there's also the rainbow team. I have a team I work with. They are the rainbow team. They are the new energies. And they're there as well. So everyone sees what they need to see. And I'll show you
Rose
one.
gold.
I'll show you one drawing of it. Okay.
Let me put the camera on you. Hang on. Oh, I see what you mean by. See, I told you it's like a teepee inside. It's like a sweat lodge.
It can be. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
see it. I can see that. And you know what? The color I was thinking of
Yeah,
when you said that. It's like rose gold,
that's it.
except for it's not a solid color. It's illumination. You know.
Yes, it's a lot of energy flowing in. Where are you? There you are.
I'm there. Oh. Yeah.
So this is a creation, and this is very new. I'm excited about it. Things are happening here in Portugal very quickly. I'm meeting the people who want to experience it. After we talk, I'm going to see someone who wants to start a retreat center, and it's going so quickly that it's amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think that moved fast for you, which I think is, which as the individual goes, so goes collective. But things, because you waited. You've been doing it so long, like the women like you've been doing it so long, and then it finally came. But I can see it in your life. Like this year, it's moved very fast. You came to Portugal for a visit. You weren't even planning on living there, were you?
No. I came to visit friends who decided to live here, and I brought one suitcase. But I had that feeling. Something is going to happen this time.
Wow.
Because I was here last year. Remember, we talked about it. I met all these amazing people.
Yeah.
By the way, Maya was with me this last weekend. She came to visit.
Maya,
the Slovenian goddess.
Meticular? Maya
Metcalf, yeah, something like that. Yes.
Oh, she's beautiful, man. She's gorgeous.
She was here this weekend with me. She came to visit. And it's like everything is coming to me. People are coming. I don't have to move much. And I'm in a beautiful place in Portugal. So people come and they really enjoy being here. It's by the sea. It's very calm. It's not very COVID heaviness at all.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. I met people of all kinds, Todd. I met people who live a completely new earth life. They live in nature. Some of them still live in caravans and tents. Some of them have houses, but they are back to earth. And I have a whole group of these people that I meet and we work together. And it's amazing. They want to know more. They want to use the new energies. And I have another group of Portuguese that just arrived, and they are soul family.
Wow.
It's like just beautiful.
Wow, that's really cool. And you said before the show that today's been pretty intense or busy or what?
Okay, today something amazing happened. Is that I realized that we have been too serious, all of us. Okay.
Yeah.
With these transformations, with the embodiment, with the purging, we hardly laugh. Okay, so I start talking to the child within. I said, "Come on, it's time to embody you." Okay, so I had the resistance from the father figure, the one who says we have to do this and we have to do that, and there's work to do. The mother figure is very loving and very caring, and the child needs to come out and laugh and play. So this is what I've been doing the whole day, thinking of it, feeling it, and then I was called to paint. And I painted the portal of today.
The golden portal?
It's yellow, and it's with a yellow ray, very bright. And I went inside of it, and then it was like a clearing, an immense clearing. And afterwards, I got worked by the rainbow team, filling me up with all the new energies. And I can feel there was a birth today of the child from the divine masculine, divine feminine. Today was the time of the divine child to come through. And I feel it bubbling inside me. I really do. I feel like this, finally embodying something that is joyful, easy.
Yeah, we should be having fun. There's no reason not to be having fun.
Yes, but it's so heavy. I know that I went through so much heaviness in Israel. And there was a mission and tasks and obligations and heavy, heavy energy. And coming here, it's like slowly letting go of that. It was not instant. It was like an old energy still pulling, do something, do another thing, connect to that energy. And I had to be very, very, how do you say it? I was very sure that I had enough. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to transmute heavy energies anymore, and I have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and since I got this new dome, this new gift, this one is easy. This one is fun. You know, I don't have to do the work inside there. I just have to bring people in to be with all that is in unity, and they work with them. So it's like holding a space, building this space, and not more than that.
Feels like it just feels like a place of peace to me.
It is. It is very full of the mother's energy. And the galactics who come in and the interterrestrials, they're all full of love. They just want us to get on with it in a different way, with a new energy.
Have you seen the Inner Earth family?
The what?
The Inner Earth family, like the Agarthians. Have you seen them? I know you said you feel and hear, but have you ever seen them? Have you ever seen any of the interdimensional or inner? How did you call it?
Soul in light, all light. Okay, I can just lie in bed and the whole room lights up in blue, for example, or in white, or in rose color, and
so
I know.
So you know by that who it is. Let's see.
Yeah, more or less. I can see dragons, for example. They show me their shape more than the galactics, and I work with them very closely. And it's a big party, Todd. It's a big party.
I know it is.
Yeah, and I can create a party hall. Can you imagine? They all come in. And they ready to have fun and to release all this old stuff that we're carrying with ease.
Yeah, it's just I know it has been complicated because we're all coming out of these traumas and all these, and then you get these downloads and you wake up and you're supposed to serve and nobody's listening to you, and you go through all your personal shit and but it's there's certain little simple things that can keep you. People say, oh, you got to get grounded, and I ask people, well, what does that mean? They're like, they tell me 10 different things, 15 different things. But to me, it's like, chill out, man. Chill the fuck out. Just relax. I mean, because when you do that, everything comes just real natural anyway. It's like, we can't be uptight and these things come in.
But it is natural as well, because
It
we've been
is.
doing such heavy stuff.
Yeah,
It's not only ours, it's the
true.
human consciousness and all this going on. It's natural. But there is another way if you choose. And that's what I'm finding. It is
Yes.
a choice. If I choose to have a lighter way and also contribute, I'm serving as well. But in another way, because I've been doing that for 15 years, for God's sake. I don't want to continue in that heaviness.
No,
And
there's
it's
no, there's
not,
no reason.
it's
There's
not,
no reason. There's no reason for it.
yeah, we do have a choice. And sometimes it takes a bit of time to go from one to another. But we can do it. We can do it.
Well,
It's
that's really one of the things that happens in our personal space is we're constantly being given a path to make a new choice, to make a higher choice, or to make a choice with more ease and grace. That the experience has more ease and grace. It doesn't have to be hard.
right,
So
right.
the same applies here. That's a very good point, because a lot of times when I talk to people, there's almost like a struggle. There's an imbalance. I'll say that. As good as a practitioner or an energy worker can be, there always seems to be a little battle between the human and the multidimensional self, and how do you stay embodied, but this makes it simpler, because it's just, instead of trying to like reconstruct everything, you just make a new choice. And what the better choice is not going to be the choice you made before. I guess until you get so chilled, and it's just natural and you just move on to the next thing.
No, it's not that natural because it's very hard to get rid of habits.
Mm,
Okay. And there's this heaviness about serving in an old way that we need to let go. Serving doesn't have to be with suffering, and we're
no,
so used to it. We're
no,
so used to carry that it's not easy. I'm not going to bluff here and say it's all very easy. It's not. It took me a few months to be assertive and say, enough. I can choose. Enough. It's my right,
that's right.
especially when I've been doing this for so long, because many people are starting now, okay, and they just understanding that they are energy transmuters and they can do that, and that's a way to serve. For me, this is old stuff. I've been doing that for a long time, and I'm tired, very tired. My body was so tired of it. And I really didn't know what to do. But when the new thing came, the new gift, the dome that looked so amazingly easy, I understood that here's the choice.
Yeah,
You can let go of that old way of working and you can step into the new way.
which you actually created.
Yeah,
You created it. And
I
you
create
create, you created it in that synthesis between awake state and dream sate, human self and higher self. You created it.
remembering ways. Like, for example, this dome in Lemuria was different because Lemurians were different. They were not dense. Okay. Here we have the density of being in a human form. So the work done in this dome is different, but the concept is the same. And that's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I want to share. Let's play, guys. We don't have to dive again and again into our old stories, into
No,
our old patterns, to release more. And there's still a lot of that around, that we feel that we need to do that, and we don't. That's what I came to say. We don't need it. I
yeah.
can prove it. I can prove it, and it's, fun. It's fun, and the results are amazing.
my friend, a little too spicy from Arkansas, she said, "Do you believe we have to go through the hard way first?"
I don't think so. In the new energy, I
I don't
don't.
either.
We the way showers opened up the path for the
Yeah,
newcomers. Okay, so I don't believe that the new ones who just woke up
I
have
don't
to
either.
do the stuff we did.
No, because people have already done it, and that's the thing about it is once you've done it, like if you've done something, like say you've done something and you've reopened, a path or a portal or whatever if one person's done it, it's done. Now, I may have to go sit down with you and you instruct me or something, or I might just be in your presence, and unconsciously it just gets picked up. So when I get to that point, it's already done. I don't have to go figure out how to do anything. You've already done it. But yeah, I think this is part of the quantum field that we're in now.
Of course, if it came to me, it can come to other people at the same time. You know, it's not a monopoly.
No.
For example, when I was with Maya now for the weekend, she said, "Oh, that's interesting. I'm using a golden dome that I teach to my clients to create around them." Okay, there we go. There's a dome.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same kind. There's already something similar happening, or another kind of dome, but it's coming up and it's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
The
That's right.
the yeah, my client, my friend in England, she got a vision after the third time that she's supposed to create her own dome and start working with other people. Okay, and that's very exciting. I don't need to hold on to anything.
I think the
It's
drones are a big deal. I think they're a big deal.
mm,
And the reason I say that is because when I woke up or got reawoken, a dome appeared over me. I told you about this. A dome
yes,
appeared over me.
you stepped in and you felt it and you stepped
Yeah,
out.
I
Yeah.
saw it too. And I mean, yeah. So, but what I was going to say is that what happened was then I got downloaded this to go look it up, and so there's this whole part of the Hermetic text, the Hermetic text. There's the 7 or the 9 virtues of the Hermetic principles and
Hmm.
Hermes but anyway, so I went to look it up, geomantic domes, and then I started downloading all of this stuff about how the universe was structured. So there's a dome, and there's another. Everyone's a dome. Everybody's a dome. And then it showed me how when the domes overlap, you're sharing this space where they overlap. So, and they showed this to me, and they showed me how it went up, it went down, it went out, it went every single direction. It's like a flower of life thing. But yeah, that was such a powerful experience, and actually, the download itself was more powerful because it lasted like 2 or 3 days. Somebody
Mm.
wants somebody wants to know. They have a few questions actually. Uh, okay, who was that? Anna said, How do you 0 point? What's your way of 0 pointing something?
Of zero pointing something,
Yeah, or clearing something, or bringing.
I have my own way.
Yeah.
I received it by drawing it. It was shown to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's an infinite symbol.
Oh, an infinite.
My
Infinity symbol. Yeah.
infinite symbol, mine came in green and yellow, and it had roses because I worked with the rose energy.
Mm.
And when I understand that there's something that is still in polarity, I just go into that infinite symbol and I feel it working. My head moves like the symbol.
Yeah.
Only when it stops in the middle.
Yeah. That's right.
is the 0 point, and then I bring it to my heart. And that's the way I work with it. Now, when it is a pattern that I have to deal with like this, then Archangel Michael comes and he cuts it off with a sword. And there's an explosion, and I can see the light. But so I work with patterns, and I also work with polarities with this infinite symbol.
Yeah. Yeah. Could
I
the
also
dome?
feel
Go ahead.
there's very little work that I need to do if I already got the dome. Okay, to be able to create such a space, it's
Yeah.
because I am in a place that I am allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a uniting everything. If I can do that for others, I think I can do it for myself already.
I
And
think
that's also
yeah, you got to do it for yourself first, right? Before we can do it.
or at the same time sometimes,
True.
it's
That's
not.
true.
Yes.
So, Patricia said, could the domes be the healing ships? I think, as people say, a copy is a copy, right? But I felt like, in retrospect, that somehow or another the dome was ship related. But
It looks like a ship.
yeah,
Yeah. But because it's also connected to the intraterrestrials, it's not just galactic. When the lower part comes up, it creates an inverted dome. When the top
so
comes down, then it seals itself.
so it's
Okay.
it's actually like two. Well, they are domes because
Yeah, two halves.
they're not circles. They're two halves that come together. So half of it is
Yes.
in the earth and organic, and half is galactic. Wow.
Yeah. And the mid,
I'm getting chills and I'm getting hot flashes now. What's happening?
and then we have the elementals all around, and we have the humans. It's like a big party. They're all there, and it's the future. I think that we'll all be able to be in oneness, and
Yeah.
it's already been created in a dome in this space.
Yeah. There's another.
And it will also help us take life easily, not so heavy. This is part of let's start smiling. We don't need all these processes. Maybe some will still, I'm not judging. Some will need a different kind of work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that this one is for those who are ready.
I think there's a lot more of us ready than we think.
I think there's a lot ready.
I think there's a lot more people woke up than we think. I think that we've underestimated our brothers and sisters, and therefore we've underestimated ourselves. So when you start talking about, your story or the level of manifestation that you've come to, the next step is it's going to be a physical thing. Like you've already been doing this, really, if you think about it, and now it's taken on more and more frequencies, and eventually it will take on a physical. Yeah,
that's the vision I got, and I didn't talk about it. But yes, they showed me that there will be physical domes.
Yeah,
and they will start showing up.
yeah.
I don't know when, how long it will take to do that.
I don't think it's going to take very long. I don't.
What?
I don't think it's going to take very long. I think not only do I think it's physically going to manifest, but I believe it'll be mobile. So you'll be like a mobile energy practitioner. You'll be like, okay,
it's true.
I mean it. I absolutely, and it will be multidimensional. So you could have 5 appointments at the same time because there is no time, around the world. And I can see this. What's happening, because you're a good example, because you've evolved your practice has evolved. If you think about it, if you go way back 15 years ago, or whenever you started working with people, if they came to see you, you created a space, and it's just taken on more and more and more. And then of course, when you have two or more involved, it even gets bigger. The possibilities.
I created the rose space, and I
Yeah,
worked with it for a long time. That was the divine feminine frequency that I created also with the space. But now it grew into something bigger, and it's a big puzzle because I knew about the interterrestrial centers, cities, whatever you call it. I knew about the galactic and the elementals. They're all coming together. My experiences are coming together. It was
yeah,
not something that it was totally new for me. It wasn't. It was, welcome, we're all together. How much fun can that be?
absolutely. Somebody I saw asked, "Will we continue to be upgraded?" Of course, we'll continue to be upgraded. Absolutely, we'll continue to be upgraded.
Of course, of course.
Absolutely, but it's not because somebody's just upgrading us. It's because we're we're doing it. Nobody gets it for free. Nobody does it for free, and everybody does it alone. I don't care who you're with. Everybody does it alone in a certain sense. Like, I can't just come in and do something for you. I might come in and do something for you, and it gives you like a door opens, but you still have to do it. I can't walk you through the door. I can escort you. I can show you the door, but we all have to do it, that's what you've done. And what happens is it starts to, you start to get a greater level of reciprocation from the universe, and therefore the manifestation becomes a bigger, more pronounced, multi-dimensional, physical, etherical, construct.
Also, when you get out of the dome after a few sessions, you have more clarity and you know more what you can do with another energy. But you still have to go and do it.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
doing
right.
it for you. How do you use it? That's
Yeah.
up to you. That's your choice.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a dragon. A dragon comes in to see you. It's not the fact that it came in. You made it come. You for some reason you brought it in, but now you got to collaborate with that energy. You got to utilize that energy. You got to put it into action. It's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how am I going to do 3 more shows with 3 more powerful women today? I'm sweating like a dog. I feel like I'm going through menopause, having hot flashes. Phew.
It's not only about what we're going through now. It's about the portal being open, Todd. The portal is open. It's very powerful, and it's bringing joy. It's bringing that child. We completed something, and now it's the new coming through, and
I agree. I totally
the
agree.
birth of something new, and
Yeah.
that's what's happening today.
That's what came in last night with us. It was crazy. It was so crazy. God, I was like wide awake. My eyes were like that till 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
I couldn't lay there any longer. That's why I got up late, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it's all perfect. And I know you're my sister. I knew you would understand. If it had been somebody else, I probably would have just gutted it out. But it worked out perfect for me. I thank you, and I love you. And I can't wait to see you one day. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be fun. We're going to see a lot of people in Sedona into this month. And that's another thing I think that's happening, which is kind of like a metaphor for what we were just talking about, is today, or like say 2 years ago, hardly any of us ever met in person. And now, as time goes on, more and more people are gathering in the flesh. And that's that means something.
It means something. There was someone who got us all together. You know that. You got us all together, and the party continues. You know, people are meeting in person, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's not just on the Facebook on the screen.
Yeah.
We're meeting. We actually meeting, and that's
That's crazy. It is crazy that you say that because I remember some of the people that you met up with you in Israel. And then I remember like Vera and Augusti. There were a bunch of them. Marco went over there and Aline and what's that girl's name? God, that does all the good posts. I can't remember names. I don't even know anybody by name. I just know them by their energy, right?
mhm, mhm.
It's true.
No. A lot of people came to meet me in Israel, and it was
All right.
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. They came to work with me. It was really beautiful.
I think we're,
And now,
go ahead. What were you saying? Did you say something? Oh my
no,
God.
I didn't.
So,
I didn't.
yeah, what is
Go and have
that?
a
Why am I
thought.
hearing? I'm
The
hearing
best
your voice.
for the others,
Hmm?
and hold on, my brother, hold on.
Yeah, I'm fine. Believe me. Believe me. No matter what happens, I show up. I'm not. That's one thing I can say about myself. I always show up. You know. I mean, it's. Uh, it has been the most challenging. The last few weeks has been the most challenging in terms of like. It's like we're trying to fit in this new way into an old way, and we can't. We just actually have to like let go of the old way and keep going with the new way.
Yeah,
So
but the old one sticks to you. It's a bit sticky, the old
yeah,
one,
well,
and
because we,
that's a problem.
and I don't even think it's like I don't even think it's like that we don't want to do the new way. It's just that the new way doesn't say, okay, take step one, then step two, then step. It's just like you just kind of go to this place and you're in step one, and then you look around and where's the next step? But there's something happening, and I guess it's that third energy. It's that golden child energy. It's that what's being birthed, where it's actually part of the equation now. You know, it's actually assisting us. And we've all had experiences like that where something that you can't explain, kind of like you. You went from Israel to your home country to Portugal to visit. Something inside you told you you weren't going back, and here you are.
Yep, I left everything there, everything, and it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
absolutely. It's okay. Absolutely, it is. All right. So I'm probably going to see you either. How often do y'all get together, the Cosmic Ladies Group? Once a week or once every 2 weeks?
A month, no?
Oh, once a month. Okay.
1 month. We were just on, so it will be in
Yeah.
October.
Well, I remember she showed me a date of the 18th, but that's the first day I'm in Sedona. But yeah, I know we're gonna. I'll see you again within the next 3 weeks. So because
Uh,
I would,
Bye.
yeah, and I would highly recommend that everybody check out the Cosmic Ladies Group. You'll see the announcements. We'll have kind of a TV guide calendar thing that I put out a couple times, but now I'm getting it figured out. But they're really cool. They're amazing. They're all very talented. Gayatri's in it. Anne McKean's in it. Suzanne McPherson's in it. Luce is in it, and Bernadita, right?
Oh my God, you remember all the names.
I know. I don't know what's happening to me. Something's happening to me.
Yeah, you're still in the dome.
Love you. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Take care.